All right. We will be reacting to the current state of Vanguard in Marvel Rivals. Um, I'm a support main, but I have been trying to learn how to play Vanguard because I want to be able to flex it. Plus, I've always wanted to play tank, but I just never got around to it. So let's see what this guy has to say.
So for today, I wanted to talk about Vanguards and the state of the role in the game. Overall, I don't think Vanguards are in a particularly bad spot. There are a
No, let me move this. Yeah, he's not wrong.
lot of annoying things that affect Vanguards quite a bit, like CC. Like almost every other character in the roster, regardless of role, has some form of CC, and that affects tanks a lot negatively because their whole point is to create space. And to get things out of the way, I will say that in Season 5.5, I haven't had as much fun as I have with tank than especially anything in Season 4. Now, I don't know what that says about Season 5.5. It could just be me missing the role because I did take a break from it in Season 4.5. But yeah, I just wanted
Yeah, I mean that is what I've been seeing. A lot of people just don't like this half season, mostly due to obvious triple support. But I think maybe another reason is because a lot of the tanks just aren't viable this season because of like because dive sucks this half season. So Cap, Hulk, Venom, Angela. That's four tanks already, and those aren't fun to play. Like I feel like the only viable tanks right now are Thor sometimes, Emma Mag all the time, and Penny if she's not banned. I'm a console player, so chill.
to get that out of the way. Now, I'll be talking about characters that I think are struggling the most, all the way to characters that I think are dominating the game. I'm assuming you guys can guess the usual suspects here. But now that I've rambled in this intro far enough, let's just get on to the video. Well, what can I say here? I'm not really one for a eulogy here, but yeah, Hulk. What happened to Hulk? I think Hulk is the only character right now in the current season that genuinely is just terrible, or at least more specifically terrible to play as. Almost everybody in this roster in the game has some form of CC that can just hinder Hulk in any way, shape, or form. Other
Yeah,
Vanguards, multiple duelists, several strategists. Hulk can go anywhere. He could turn the corner and just not be safe. It doesn't matter if he's attacking, he's always unsafe from something because everybody has so much crowd control. And it doesn't help that like 50% of his character relies on his leaping. However, one thing I will say is that in lower ranks, you could probably get away with Hulk, but honestly, I don't think that threshold is that big. I think even once you get past to like Diamond, maybe GM, the character just becomes incredibly difficult to
I'm
play
I'm
as.
diamond.
Like,
He's
look,
not
I'm
good in
sure there are
diamond.
people out there with any hero that
He's
can
not
make any hero, no matter how bad they are, they could
true.
make do with them, right? Like, they could be gods with the character. Those are very special exceptions where the people playing them are just genuinely, they're mutants, or they got some weird superpower that allows them to play this, dog water character and just demolish an entire lobby. So, hey, look, if you're playing Hulk, Celestial, or above, a round of applause. Let's just, everybody just give a round of applause. I know
That
this
is
doesn't
true.
sound like clapping. I swear to God, I was clapping. But yeah, Hulk is just no bueno. I don't think he'll get any better unless NetEase scales back on CC. But truth of the matter is, I don't think they're gonna be doing that at all. So he either needs some sort of rework or readjustment to his kit, because as of now, it's just very
His kit does
difficult for
kind of
him to
suck.
even get into the back line or just, get into what he needs to be doing, let alone get out when he needs to. So to all you Hulk players, my hat's off to you. I hope you guys get the help you guys need. And for the love of God, there's no reason a Sue Storm should be
Wow.
surviving a 1v1 encounter with the Incredible Hulk, let alone bully him and take his lunch money. So
Yeah,
Dr. Stephen Strange.
I'm gonna try
Dr.
to learn
Strange is
him.
in a very funny place right now. I don't think he's bad like the Hulk is, but he more so is just kind of useless. Not useless in the way where he's, like I said, where he's not bad, just more so that he really doesn't do anything in this meta currently, especially when
It's so crazy how many nerfs Doctor Strange has gotten since like what season 1. No, I did take a break from season 2.5 to season 4, so I don't know in between then what they did to Strange, but when I left, Strange wasn't good, and when I came back, he still wasn't good. So I don't think much has changed. It's just I don't know why he kept getting nerfed. Like, to be honest, the only reason why people play him is for his portal and to get back to the point faster, like for overtime or when you're about to lose a point or whatever. Like that's really he's a portal merchant, and that sucks because I feel like, to me, Doctor Strange was fun to play. So, but yeah, he's
It's
just
been
a
such
portal
poke
merchant.
heavy season because when it comes to Vanguards, a lot of the top picks are Magneto and Emma. And yeah, like Doctor Strange has a barrier, so shouldn't he encourage the poke play, which is pretty much what's dominating the game right now? Now, one would absolutely think so if Emma Frost just didn't exist. I feel like Doctor Strange has a very tough time right now in this current meta because at the moment he's just kind of a block slop character. For those of you who've played Overwatch, Doctor Strange is pretty much literally Reinhardt right now, except a worse version because the game is in a 6v6 format and this game is very hyper aggressive. I feel like the weakest part about Doctor Strange's kit is that it sort of encourages idle time. And what I mean by idle time is when he's blocking, he's just blocking. He's not doing anything else for his team other than
Emma can
blocking
block
any
and still
incoming
shoot
damage from a certain line of sight. And in this game, you got crazy stuff happening everywhere from all sorts of different angles. Back around season 0, season 1, when he had all that damage, especially with that Hulk team up, I think he was good. I think he was really good because once he puts the shield down, you know things are going to get serious. But as of now, it's like he really doesn't do anything anymore when it comes to damage output, especially when there are other tanks in the role that just deal way more than he does, all while still providing the necessary amount of mitigation their team needs. I don't know, right now Doctor Strange, the only thing he's good for is his portal. I think the portal is the best part of Doctor Strange's kit.
He's a portal merchant,
always
bro.
been the best part of Doctor Strange's kit. So yeah, I just hope NetEase does something more with him. If there's a character that needs a rework, I know people a lot say, they throw the word rework around for like any character at this point, but I feel like Doctor Strange just needs a little bit more oomph in his kit because right now I
think he just needs more damage output. I think that's just
he's just
like a pure just damage
output.
output.
That are still playing him, I hope people tip you, and I hope he gets the help he needs. All right, so Rogue, she's in a very special spot because I don't think she's really that great, but at the same time, I don't think she's like any close to being bad. I think Rogue is the case of being untapped potential. The only thing that's holding her back is the long cooldowns that she's got in her kit. And funny enough, I think the weirdest thing about her kit is her defensive stance. Fundamentally, that move just doesn't make sense with how NetEase presented it number-wise. So how defensive stance works is that she absorbs a certain amount of damage while in that stance, and in turn, depending on how much damage you absorb, it will power up your next Southern Brawl. But the thing is, for 90% of engagements, the defensive stance just doesn't last long enough for her power beater to be charged up to a certain level that would make her Southern Brawl punch,
I didn't know that's what that was.
Like, honestly, the most effective way to use defensive stance is against certain ults like an Iron Man ult or a Magneto ult, but the thing is, I don't even know if she can survive those. I haven't tried it myself, but if she does, I'm assuming that meter is going to be full all the way, and then yeah, her Southern Brawl will pack a punch. It also doesn't help that Rogue requires a lot of sustainability from strategists, because I've seen plenty of rogues just waste all of her cooldown, and next thing you know, she's just a deer in headlights. But I guess that's more so a player/skill issue, so don't count that. I guess don't pretend I never said that.
Yeah, but
overall,
I think
Rogue
she's
is
still
at the cusp
good
of
though.
being a good tank.
She's decent.
It requires some of her cooldowns to be
a good rogue
as well
will
as
really
some
fuck you
adjustments
up.
to her defensive
Just not gonna
stance.
lie.
She's viable to a certain extent, and she's not outright terrible. It's more so that in a competitive game, I'm not really going to be picking Rogue if I want to win, but that's just my 2 cents on it. And just a quick little interruption here, but if you guys haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. And honestly, seeing the support you guys have been showing for the last few months has been
you're the one that made the Antichrist Storm thing. Hey, shout out to you.
Very encouraging to me, and it just means the world to me. So I just want to give everybody who's watching this a huge thank you. So here's to 2026, and let me just stop blabbering and let's just get on to the video.
The Antichrist.
So
That's
the
team,
I think the thing got a lot
of
of good changes this season, like really good changes that make him a lot more viable than he was before, because I feel like before he was struggling a lot. Like they initially did some weird damage number changes to him that just kind of made him worse, and then it wasn't until this season 5.5 patch where, hey, look, they actually made him even better. And the way they did this was that now he gets shield health for the amount of people he hits with his haymaker. That, and for his grounded state, it lasts a lot longer. I think it lasts like 5 seconds. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it used to last 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, but now it lasts 5 seconds. And all those things add up, no pun intended. And I think because of that, he's in a much better state than he was before. He's a significantly better tank than Hulk. And funny enough, I've been seeing a lot of people start saying that, oh, Thing is a dive character now. Or more so, people are realizing that the Thing can work as a dive character. And I remember getting so much flack from some people in the comment section of other videos saying that the Thing can actually work as a dive character if used properly. So I wonder how many people's tunes are going to change now that a bunch of other content creators and some streamers are saying it now. So I'll be on the lookout for you all. I can only imagine now that the Thing is an even worse nightmare for Black Panthers, Spider-Man's, Hulk, Venoms. So yeah, overall, I would say the Thing is in a very good state right now, and I think he should be left alone. But moving on, Penny Park.
For the thing for me with Thing is that he's a nightmare for dive, but he is so damn weak to poke. With any hit scan character, it's not even funny. Now that could be the way I played him, because I played a little bit of Thing this season, and it did not go well. But still, like when I play against a Thing too, like if we have hit scan characters, like he gets shut down. He gets shut down quickly because I mean he's a big fucking target. I mean he's literally like free ult charge if you just focus him. So I don't know. He is good though. Don't get me wrong.
She's still very much in the category of tanks that fill a certain niche. I think she's a very map dependent character. And in the case of Penny, when she works really well. But the thing about Penny Parker is that she has been power crept quite a bit ever since the start of the game. Her webs now do healing, spider bots now do slowdown, and whether she needed these changes or not, that's a completely subjective thing, that's a different topic. I think she did need those things, but it doesn't make her busted or anything like that because that character is still very map dependent, playing corners, certain choke points, that's all Penny's game plan is. She's definitely not a tank that has a lot of flexibility, but she's definitely the tank that when she's good at something, she is really good at it. When it's her time to shine, she shines. She'll end up forcing the enemy team to play in a lot of different angles, very unconventional angles depending on where she puts her nest, and she really gives strategists a place to be by her side during fights. So Penny Parker, you get a gold star. Okay, so Thor, as of this last match, he's now able to 360 no-scope kidnap people, and I think in this game that's very effective. Quite demonic activity if I'm being honest
always
here.
Been like that,
the character still does an insane amount of damage. Thor honestly truly is the definition of being a giant DPS, but of course like many other tanks in the game, he can't shine as much as he can because of the amount of CC in the game. From what I've seen, Thor players are pretty happy with the changes he just got this season. He's definitely in a much better state than he was before, but like I said, I think he'll still struggle with CC as well as poke compositions. And to be fair, that's like a lot of other tanks that are just like Thor. So this is not like a Thor exclusive issue, this is more so a game overall issue. But for the most part, I'm seeing Thor players be a little bit more happy than they were before. You know, they're not ready to tie that noose. Venom, I'm just glad he's on the decline. I'm so tired of seeing his ugly mug whenever I have to turn around to look at my backline. I'm sorry, Venom players, don't take it too personally. You know what, I'll do you guys a favor and save you the time from hearing me speak about Venom in 3, 2, 1. Now, a quick blitz round, Captain America. I think Captain America will always be good. He's such a good disruptor. Him running around with the shield just does so much for him, especially because there's so much CC in the game. He's at least able to block it in some way, shape, or form. Also, he did get that buff at the start of the season, which allows his ult to charge up the ult of other players on his team. So that was a very beneficial change for Captain America. Angela, somebody clip the only wing she has left. Clip it off. I want somebody to clip it, or I want her to fly close enough to the sun where it burns. Now, this isn't even me talking about how good the character is in the state of the game. She's really good. This is just gonna be me spewing hate. Anti-Angela propaganda. I cannot tell you the amount of times already with how much crazy CC there is in the game, how annoying it is to be ping-ponged around the map as a Vanguard when Angela comes to pierce you. You got Buggy grappling you on one side, you got Sue pushing you on the other, and then you got Angela swooping in just to disrupt you.
But that's the thing though. It's like, she does a lot of CC and she is good, but I feel like there's a lot of counters to her as well. I mean, if you have an Iron Fist, a Bucky, she literally gets shut down. Iron Fist can just chase her while kicking her and punching her while she flies through the map, consistently bringing her down. Like, she has a lot of counters. She has a lot of counters. Especially Bucky with that goddamn fucking weak ass ball. God. Fucking Bucky, bro.
It's a lot, and yeah, I just hate it. I just hate it. I just hate Angela.
But it's fair, though.
That fag. She just adds to the amount of displacement there already is in the game, and
Yeah.
I just absolutely hate it. And so we reach the top of the food chain, Magneto. So I play Magneto. I am a Magneto main. I know a lot of people rag on Magneto saying that, oh, he's such a boring character to play. I find him fun, okay? However, Magneto is a very funny case where he's always been good. Magneto has never, ever since the start of the game, he has never been bad. Magneto has never not been the best tank in the game, or at least one of the best tanks in the game. Magneto just has very strong fundamentals that it's very hard to sort of break it down. And as of the start of this season, he did receive a buff where he has 2 bubbles now. Not 1, but 2. And obviously that does a lot for Magneto because now you as a player don't have to contemplate whether you use the bubble on yourself or your teammate. You have 2 separate options for 2 separate situations now. You don't have to choose anymore, other than, you know, who do you bubble or when do you bubble, but you guys get the point. Magneto is a tank that can almost work with every single composition you could think of out there in the game. His ultimate is also capable of ruining the triple support composition, at least for that moment in the fight, because he can actually one-shot Luna Snow during her ult, he could one-shot Invis during hers, he can wipe Cloak and Dagger off from the face of the earth. And with this game being so reliant on stalling for your own ults, especially support ults, if you ain't picking Magneto, I don't want to say you're throwing, but you are severely hindering your team. The amount of space and control a good Magneto can have in a match is just insane. People talk about server admins, it's like Magneto owns the server. He owns the admins. And this brings me to the last tank I'm going to be talking about, and that is Emma Frost. A lot of people have very strong sentiments against Emma Frost, and I will say I agree with a lot of them. However, with Emma Frost, I'm just sitting here kind of scratching my head on how NetEase would go about to deal with her, because as it stands now, Emma Frost has got to be one of the most nerfed tanks in the game. Scratch that. She's got to be one of the most nerfed characters in the game, and even after all those nerfs, she is still pretty good. So what does that tell you about Emma Frost? I just think
like
by
Malga?
design, it's flawed to the
like
point
Malga.
where no matter how much she gets nerfed, unless she gets like gutted, like badly, like to the point where she's unplayable, she will always be good. Because like Magneto, like I talked about, she has very strong fundamentals for a tank. Maybe too much strong fundamentals for a tank, because she can dish out quite a bit of damage. Honestly, with Emma and Magneto, there's really not much to say for me for this specific season, because they just continue to dominate in the same ways that they always have been before. So yeah, I don't want to remind people of the nightmares they had to face when playing Marvel Rivals, so I'm gonna go ahead and close up the video here. Let me know what you guys think about the certain Vanguard changes as of this season. Do you guys think there are tanks that are very underrated? Do you guys think there are tanks that are very overrated? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. And remember, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe for more Marvel Rivals content. This is Nen signing off. Peace.
Oh, he didn't talk about Groot. That's right. That's right. He didn't talk about Groot. He didn't talk about Groot. I'll talk about Groot. Groot is pretty good. He's pretty good. But I think he has the same. He's extremely weak to poke. So like a Punisher would just fuck up Groot. Phoenix, because he's such a big body. It's not hard to miss him. So, but yeah, he's all right. He's all right. The only 2 good ones that will work in any comp are Emma and Mag. So I think that's why, like, I think that's why I say they're like the best ones, because they can work in any comp, right? Groot can get countered by poke. Thing by poke. Penny is good sometimes. Angela can get countered by Bucky, by any CC in the game. Bucky, Iron Fist, Invis, Moon Knight. Like, it's that is so crazy how much CC's in this fucking game. Anyways, that's all I got. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm in the whip with authority, looking like Skybree, she got a body, ayy. And she been calling me daddy lately, want me to put her in Cardi J's, and the bitch deserve it, put in work for
for the money, she earn it. Give me top every night, lip service. Now I gotta block these hoes, she worth it. I'm out in Abu Dhabi with a bad bitch.